are watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and this is Kettle Falls and The Sims 2 in 2020. Last time I said twice 2019. And my patrons who are joining me with this for this episode, as always, were like, Jessa. And it's not the first time they've told me that. It's just very hard to switch over. I think I'll finally get it in place in about June. But yeah, this is The Sims 2 in 2020. And today, we might even be having a double whammy. We've been waiting for Claire to have her baby. We had a very tender story with Dr. Quist becoming a man of faith and curing, through the power of the vicar's prayer, curing vampirism, or the curse as he saw it. And that has made him very excited to move on with life, even though he still has to fight every day, every single day, with thoughts of darkness, hopelessness. He can still see that there is a life to be lived, and he is having faith that it will get better and that over time he will heal. So Claire is at home on this wintry day. Dr. Quist is here in his house, and we have decided that I feel like Dr. Quist, though he is not adverse to having a church wedding, there's a couple of reasons why he might feel like he wants to move things along. And one of those reasons is that his baby is about to be born, like literally about to be born. So he wants to hopefully marry before the baby is born. And then second, he wants to, when you finally feel like you have found some light in the darkness, you want to dance in it. And so let's take the doctor and have him ask Claire if she would like to marry him, and hopefully she will say yes. And if she does, we're going right to the beach. Let's get to it. Claire has been out walking, getting some fresh air, feeling a bit cooped up. And then she suddenly feels a desire to see her man. So we're going to have her call Dr. Quist and see if he wants to go out on a date. And if he doesn't, we're going to make him. I'm going to have Claire ask from here instead of going to Dr. Quist's house and asking. Because we came here to get a photo of her sister so that we'd have something to remember her by at the wedding. So even though it's kind of big, what we have here, it's the only way that we could quickly get a photo done with that. And that's using a mod from Aussie Top Enders, which allows you to actually change a photo on the fly. For example, over here, you can click on Change Photo, click From File, and then pick anything that's in your Sims 2 painting folder, in the My Document Sims 2 Paintings folder. So I just put a picture of a Claire in, and I would like this to be smaller, but this is all we have, and we want to move on with the story. So we're just going to put this into Claire's inventory. And we'll just say that the doctor called and Claire picked up the phone. Okay. So we're going to call, we're going to ask out on date. Now, Claire has not been wearing her outer clothes. I don't know why. She's just steadfastly refused to put them on. But we're going to ask him over. She gladly accepts, and we're going to do it at a community lot. All right. So the taxi will be by to swing Claire up on this cold evening. Dr. Bindlewick is very interested in having Claire meet at the beach. And she says, in this weather? And he says, in this weather. So we're going to go to Beach West here. And it's a blank lot. I have not done any decorating on it, but all we want to do is to be near the river or the ocean, depending. Well, I guess Kettle Falls is on the river, but we are going to see some ocean waves. And after she finishes doing dishes, she's going to hop in the taxi. And because she's not expecting anything, she doesn't even think about dressing up. Plus, she can't fit anything. So she's just gonna go. All right, here we are at the West Beach, and this is what we're looking at here. This is it. Even the street is covered in snow. Even the street. We are having a full-on snow beach wedding. But let's see if Claire arrives here for the wedding. There she is. And the date begins. She looks around. She goes, Dr. Quist, Benderwick, have you thought this through? She looks at the snow and then she says, it's rather. And he is undaunted, undeterred. He walks up and suddenly Claire feels really happy. She says, let's make a snowman. So, I think he says, he just watches her. Look at his face. What's the first thing he does? He thinks of her and he smiles. It's true love, I think, or at least it's true hopefulness. Maybe the snowman could officiate the wedding. Let's do that. So he comes over and joins her. She bends over and he's like, easy, easy, with the baby. And they pat everything together. Look at that. And they bond. Now, in all these years, I've rarely seen Sims make snowmen, so it's really fun to watch. Look at that. I do feel like they are probably freezing, but maybe love is keeping them warm. That's all I can hope. And in fact, Mattias Zane walks by. His house is just here, and his toddlers are teething and have been screaming all night, and he just needs a break. So he leaves the babies with Quinn and just goes out for a walk. He passes by the couple and smiles, thinking of them and wondering if she, a pregnant woman, should be out in the snow, but figures it's none of his business and walks on. I do wish that they would wear gloves, but we'll just have to hope that the snow is a little bit warmer in Kettle Falls than it is on our planet. So let's get them. Yay! And there is our snowman right there. Now, this might be a slightly cheaty thing to do, just a touch, but I think it'd kind of be cool if our snowman could officiate. And so I'm going to actually move him. And there we go. Look at that. And then he just keeps thinking about her. Look at his face. Every moment he's thinking about her, and suddenly he makes a decision. Together they roll the parts of the snowman down the hill, which is very fun and rather easy. They rebuild him down at the bottom, and then let's go here. And once again, He's got nothing on his mind but the woman that he suddenly realizes he wants to marry. He leans down onto one knee in the snow, heedless of how cold it is, because their hearts are warming them. Oh, and it's love, it's love, it's love. I just girl squeed. And suddenly he's like, I want to slow dance. So we're going to actually go ahead and fulfill this want, because he was cured of vampirism in the last episode. So I'm going to, I think it's control right click. No. There we go. It is control click to fulfill a want, in case you were wondering. I think this want represents that he was worried. He's still worried that his curse may come back. But, and so he wishes he had something to take that could make it go away. And I think that represents the fact that his mind is very logical. He is a medicine man. He is the man of science. And so he doesn't really trust that the curse could be completely gone just through the power of the Vicar's Prayer that we saw in the last episode. But, you know, hey, Claire and Montague looked up to see one welcome guest and one less than welcome guest. In Montague Adams, whose house is just here, noticed the newlyweds making their snowman, or the engagement. He saw the engagement. He put on his best outfit at 11 at night and came down to watch. And this is particularly poignant because Montague is the one that the doctor turned to in a time of need and asked for help. When all was darkness, the doctor and Montague chatted, and Montague said, "Call the vicar." And the vicar came. And it is because of that Claire and Dr. Quist are finding their happiness. The wedding is now about to begin. Montague waves, having seen them from his window above in his house nearby. He has brought a fire pit. The photo of Cleo leans against the bank of the beach, the snowy beach. And Bindlewick Quist, Dr. Bindlewick Quist, looks at his bride-to-be and their unborn child. And let's see if we can get a wedding going. Montague says, and in perfect time, Montague wanders off into the back to have, maybe, I don't know, maybe he decides to go home. Maybe he got too cold. Who knows? But he did what was necessary. And they are finally married. And that is a wedding. Montague says, "I'd love to stay, but consider this to be my wedding gift." And then he runs off home before he freezes. The unsavory charlatan and his cold and somewhat unsavory heart sticks around, and there Dr. Bindlewick Quist marries Claire Sloan-Quist, who is now the doctor's wife, and her sister looks on. Aww. Love is truly a beautiful thing. Oh, that is so darling. This is probably the best wedding I think I've ever done. And I've had some real favorites, but this one was wonderful. And they're both very, very cold. So the first thing they do is get pickpocketed. Oh, look at this. And I just think this just really sums up everything. Look at that. They're so cute. Even better. Even better, even better. I could not have asked for better if I tried. How do you celebrate your first few days of marriage? We don't need no reception. We don't need no DJ. All we need is to warm our butts together through the cold, cold days of life. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Dr. Quist Gets Married. If you want to know what The Sims is all about to me, here you go. This sums it up. And Dr. Bendelwick had some money hidden under his pillow. He came in with 31,000 simoleons, and we could use that because we got baby raising to do in the next episode. Thank you for joining me for The Sims 2 2020. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.